Pardon me. Hmm. Okay. Huh. Oh, I should probably mute myself before I go insane. Alright, I think we're good. And I have to load this up. Alright, I think I'm good. Hey, Joanna, what's up? I just woke up, so I'm doing great. Alright, so, first off, I have to be incredibly careful how I tell people about this game. It's called Nayla's Castle, and it's a lewd platforming beat 'em up. Here's the problem. Literally, this is the only screen anywhere on the the Steam page that does not feature nudity. I cannot show you any of this game on the channel because of YouTube's policies. And yet at the same time, I'll say this about it. Like, irrespective of whether or not it has a lot of nudity, I'm surprised that the combat works so well. Like, it's actually a really functional and competently made dungeon exploring brawler where you do a bunch of platforming from level to level, you fight monsters, and then there are sex scenes because it's a pornographic game. But the point is, like, the core elements of this are actually much better than I'm used to, right? I don't want to dismiss an entire genre, but when people are making games full of nudity, they have this bad habit of, uh, how do I put this delicately? Half-assing the gameplay, and this one really doesn't. It's not the best platformer I've ever seen, but the fact is, it's got double jumps, air dashes, a full combo-based combat system that works great. There's lots of dodging, getting out of the way of attacks, putting items between you and projectiles. Like, they have thought it through, and it really works. Oh, okay, coffee. Well, let me know what you want me to play later. And I will say, I've played another game from this publisher called Maid Mansion, I think it was called. Let me just check. And I can't risk showing you any of this nonsense. No, that's not what it's called. Damn it. I have to look on their page to find out what it was called. Marble Maid. It was called Marble Maid. Which... Alright, this is the only screenshot I can show you from Marble Maid that isn't pornographic, because that's the kind of games these people make. Well, the simple fact is, they still want people to buy their game and promote their game, right? And I will say this: if you're looking for a lewd shooting game, beat 'em up, it's solid. I hopefully Shady Corner Games understands that there's a limit to how much I can showcase their games. For example, this game, Made Marble Made, which they made themselves. They didn't just publish it. Is a really solid Super Monkey Ball style game where you tilt the whole world and you roll the marble made around. It's just then there are pictures of naked women that I can't show on stream. But yes, I did play a Nayla's Castle. I got like 2 or 3 levels in, and the action is consistently good. The level design is consistently good. There's lots of naked women if you want to see that. So yeah, I'm going to say it. If you want a game that's full of nudity and violence, check out Nayla's Castle, of all things. The second thing I can't show, because I couldn't figure out how to switch off of... how do I put this nicely? I couldn't figure out how to switch off of mixed reality mode, and I don't want to show you my apartment on the video, is beatable. And this thing is a delight. Now, I've been very clear about the fact that as a general rule, I do not play rhythm games because I'm bad at them and have no rhythm. Here's the thing they've managed to do with this one. So instead of using your controller and having drumsticks or anything like that, you literally start the game. It detects your hands, and you start the game by sitting or standing at a table, and you put your hands on the table. And then literally, it is a simulation of keeping the beat of a song while tapping on a table, as everyone has done in their life at one time or another. There are 3 moves: tapping the table, holding something down on the table and sliding your hand around, clapping your hands, or snapping your fingers. So it is a perfect simulation of just enjoying a song, but gamified to the point where it is a thrilling, as you can see, a completely thrilling rhythm game experience. It's just so much more engaging than any of these rhythm games I've played. Now, I know people like, oh my god, Beat Saber. I haven't played Beat Saber. I will have to try it to see if that, fixes me and makes me love rhythm games the way it did for so many other people. But I will say, I have played a lot of rhythm games because it's a popular game and I get sent things in VR. Other than the rhythm game that was Senran Kagura cooking themed, this is probably the best rhythm game I've played. So check out Beatable if you have a MetaQuest headset. All right. Oh, nice. There's a new Sonic Racing. And it's doing guest characters because, how shall I put this? There aren't that many memorable characters in Sonic. That was a mean thing to say. There's actually quite a few memorable characters in Sonic. Look, as long as Big the Cat's in there, I'm happy. Racing across worlds. Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay. Beetles and all sorts of anomalies. Not bugs. Beetles. That's so cute. Found a bug. I do like them calling bugs beetles. Alright. Bust customizer. Okay. So this is a demo for the upcoming game Bro You Survived, about rescuing citizens from all over the island. More helpers mean more workers. Ideas that become new blueprints for the fabricator. Apparently it's multiplayer only, which obviously makes me sad and means I'm not going to play the full game, but I will check this out because they were kind enough to share a demo code with me. Okay. Ah, okay. It's weird. What am I supposed to do here? Wow, so it really isn't playable with a controller. Like, the controller just doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I can play the game with a mouse and keyboard. I just assumed because it was so cartoony it would be controller based, and that was my fault. No, I'll do that after stream today. I saw your I saw you ask me to check that one out, which I will happily do. Okay. All right. So I do want to save and exit. Thank you for suggesting. No, seriously? All right. Oh, it's a dinosaur crossing. So is this a dinosaur apocalypse this game is set within? Dinosaur apocalypse being one of the more entertaining kinds of apocalypses.
You are crazy. Why am I the only one who cares about government buildings exploding into green smoke? This is so normal. Does the general plan to give any comments at all? Or again, we have everything under control, blah, blah.
Oh no! Green smoke is everywhere, turning people to zombies.
For evacuation. Don't panic.
Oh no!
Mayor, report immediately.
I have returned.
Who the hell are you?
A mad scientist, obviously.
For every living soul listening in, hear this. I was right, just as I always am. You must get out of there, and fast. You alone are responsible for your own safety.
Uh-oh.
Leave the city as fast as you can.
Aww. What a cute little dinosaur. Why are there miniature dinosaurs on this island? Okay.
I'm actively monitoring the road out of the city. There's lots of cars going to... And there it goes! Another horrific accident right in front of my eyes. Hey, are you okay down there? Give me a sign.
Aw.
I knew these pals are fans of my radio station. Dear listeners, I'll try helping these poor souls. And in the meantime, here's a great track for you.
Okay, that's pretty cute. Alright, so this is me jumping.
Hey, survivors! I'm zeroing in on your receivers. Do you hear me? What a mess. Well, if you don't want to live the rest of your life here, I can help you get off the island. There's a car scrapyard nearby. I'll help you find something.
Oof.
Intact.
X
Move
for a
towards the
dive
porch.
roll is not a good button for that. You want, like, control or something. Ooh, this is tough. How do I pick up a weapon? Wait, do they want me to use the controller now? They do. Oh.
Dear listeners, you're making fun of me for my nonsensicals, conspiracy theories, and stuff. But right now, my pals are fighting real green aliens, and I'm here to witness it with my own eyes. Who would have thought that the government hid an alien invasion under the guise of a chemical leak? Well,
I mean, it does
who's
look more like
laughing now?
zombies, but whatever.
Don't feel ashamed
This
about
is a
laughing
lot
at my
of zombies.
tinfoil hat. Told you they'd come.
Okay, what does that do? Oh, okay. It's a winch. I suspected that was going to be more dramatic. Hey, Jill, what's up?
Finally, you are here. This is Mr. Pusto's dump. He prefers the term workshop. Yeah, and I'm a
Hey,
rock star
Enchanted, how
that
you doing?
figure out how to get in.
In case people are wondering, I'm back to work on the 80/20 video once the stream is over. So that'll be up this afternoon. I'd just say I'm very excited about everything that was featured in that trailer. Especially, you know, the news that they're using the cutting room floor in the main Supermassive games now. Oh, finally.
Great! Your chances of survival have greatly increased. There's a bus further to the right, see? If you manage to get it out, you get it at a discount.
Where are all these zombies coming from? Or aliens coming from? Also, I feel like I should close that door. I'm so excited for the 8020. It's got an evil billionaire. That's all I want.
You, but those guys aren't aliens. Those are zombies.
Yeah.
The ones I warned you about. Oh my God, we are witnessing a zombie apocalypse. Okay,
I had
don't
already
panic.
figured that out.
I've been preparing for this my whole life. Crap, I forgot to buy canned food. If only I had one more week.
Okay, that is pretty funny. Also, do not buy canned food. Get dry food. Beans, lentils, rice.
What a beauty. Looks pretty fresh after being stuck in a dump for so long. It's missing an engine and 4 wheels. I was afraid it was rusted through. You find the missing parts somewhere close. Just get them and we're ready to roll.
It does actually look really good. Is that a generator? Oh, yeah? I wonder what they're going to be showing at the Xbox showcase. I can find wheels. Or can I? So if I put this here and use this, what will it do? No, it's not a big enough thing. Okay. Now that I look at that, that's pretty clearly a generator. Poor Xbox. Is anyone excited about the future of Xbox? Don't get me wrong, I prefer my Xbox controllers, and I play plenty of games on the Xbox, but I play 2 things. Dark Pictures games and VR games, and Xbox refuses to have VR. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm supposed to put a battery in there to open the door. Okay. If you were a battery, where would you be? Do not see a battery. That is a cash register. Throw everything valuable into the bus. Okay. Get the battery from the bus. Oh, there's a battery in the bus. Okay. Why are springs falling down everywhere? That's the winch again. Okay, you want me to get the battery from in... I see what you want. Okay. Nice!
I don't know where to place this battery, but I'm sure it can be used somewhere.
Don't worry, I have no problem figuring out where to use this battery.
I'm sure there are some spare wheels somewhere in this heap
See,
of
that's
trash.
a good question.
Look thoroughly. Fresh news. The General has commented on the situation on the government's radio wave. Good thing no one listens to it but me. Here's the gist.
There will be no evacuation. Citizens left on the South Island are to find shelter and not leave until further notice.
Both of those games, of course, are owned by...
is under control, and rescue teams are hard at work
Sony.
doing their duty.
So either they share
the
a world,
any attempts to cross the border will be counted as state treason.
or they're each in their own
Judging by
world.
what I literally see in front of my eyes, the situation isn't under control. Here's my advice. If
Yeah,
you're still in the city, leave immediately. If you see green smoke, run as far away as you can. And don't let the zombies bite your whatever you have, arms, legs, or whatever. We really don't understand how it works or how to combat it yet. I wish you all good luck. Keep tuned to
Boom.
this wave. I can see you know your way around a wheel. Find 3 more.
Nice. Coffee is working on an entirely new game. Do you have a title in mind yet? But yes, I would imagine the Bravo team and Hidden Agenda are set in the same world because it's a much more realistic world.
Second wheel found.
Although I would like to see the country from the fake country. Was it a fake? No, it was a real country. I haven't played it in so long. The country from Hidden Agenda get mentioned in a game. I think that would make me very happy. I'm kind of a sucker for that. You say throw it into the bus, but can I throw things in this game? No, I can only drop things. What I'm saying is, you're lying. Alright. How do I run? Oh my god, do I have to hold down the thumbstick? I don't know, I just have to click the... No, you have to hold it down. Oh my god, holding down the thumbstick is the worst thing in the world. Why do developers keep making me do this? You buffoons. Yes, we'll see what they have to announce. Obviously, I'm not psyched to be watching it or anything because, how do I put this gently, you know. They're not going to have more Supermassive Games news, and that's the only reason I watch these things for. But I am glad that Xbox is going to come out swimming. Hey, Jay, thanks so much for listening. In case it wasn't clear, I'm loving the season this year. I think they're doing great. Throw your trash. How? You refuse to tell me how to throw trash. Oh my god, it's hold down the right thumbstick? Oh no, this is not good, guys. This is not how you control anything in a video game. What is wrong with you? But yeah, no, I'm loving this season. I think they're doing a great job. I'm, you know, long since talked about how much I adore what Joe Mantegna is doing on the show. I think he's fantastic. And now they've given AJ Cook something really interesting to play this year.
Repair tools.
I know most people don't love Voight as
these.
much as I do.
Okay, maybe not literally everything, but many
kind of want the show just to go back to being a case of the week, and maybe we get a bit of a overarching plot every now and then. But I gotta say, I am still on board with this storyline. I think he's a fantastic actor, and I love what they're doing with the character. So yes, I think the state of I really believe the state of the show is as strong as it has been. Okay, what does tab mean? Okay, I'm going to stop trying to use the controller. This is a disaster. Yes. Now, technically, they've already been doing that with a little game called Frank Stone. But, of course, did not enough people play Frank Stone? Like, guys, if you want me to play with the controller, make it so the controller is playable. If you want me to play with the mouse, stop putting mouse and controller instructions on the screen. You see the issue I'm having, right? Yes. I would, what do you mean everything else in separate universes? I'm confused. Obviously, I know that's crazy, but I truly believe Until Dawn. But if you have any more specific questions about Criminal Minds, let me know. Yeah, I don't get that. I still like Frank Stone. I think he's a gorgeous monster. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff in that game. It is not the intense experience that a lot of their other games are, but I genuinely like a ton of the stuff in that game. Oh, I see what I have to do. Okay. Sorry, is it being repaired? Which pairings do you mean? Alright, where's my club? Oh, there it is. Okay. The timelines are confusing. I'm not going to disagree with that at all. What's weird is how much... There we go. Perfect. There we go. Now up. Now spin it around.
The engine's in place, but it doesn't work. You need a repair tool to fix it
Whoa,
as soon as possible.
That's not good.
You need to get out of there fast.
I need to get out of there. Explain.
Yeehaw! Now it should work. Get behind the wheel and drive. There's an army of zombies approaching.
Really? People don't like Tara and Rebecca? Oh my god, I'm such a fan of Rebecca. That's crazy to me. Yeah, I was shocked when people start talking about the JJ and Emily stuff. I'm like, really? Okay. Because Breen told me that, like, it's characters from the TV show Criminal Minds. I run the internet's second most popular Criminal Minds podcast because I'm a big fan of the show Criminal Minds. Well, I'm not really a fan. I am a prominent critic of the TV show Criminal Minds. Is the most honest way to describe it, but I do love it. I'm just not like a fan. But anyway, yeah, when Breen was saying that, like, they're aware of the JJ Emily fan base and put stuff in there, and this year they put in something that, like, is gonna freak those people out, I'm like, I didn't even know that was a fan base. Oh, thanks. Yes, it is the lowest ranked Criminal Minds podcast. We're very proud of that fact. The lowest rated of all of them. Oh, there it is. And I have to throw the trash to get it. Okay, I understand. Come on. That didn't work at all. No, I love Rebecca. I think she's fantastic. They had one of those great moments. Yes, finally.
You found all four wheels.
Legit, one of my favorite moments last year was her, like, leaving because she can't be trusted. Oh my god. So funny. But yeah. Here's the thing. I don't know if I really enjoyed Garcia and Tyler as a couple in season 16. Right? And I never knew. I mean, they've obviously moved past that, and they're not interested in pursuing that, and that's fine. Oh, thanks. I do like my horror movie podcast either. Yeah, right? Like, and again, Josh Stewart is literally my favorite actor, so I'm not happy about losing Will like this. Even if we had a lot of years worth of warning.
But alas, the borders are closed. Guess you need shelter now. So let's help each other. Come to the abandoned rescue station on Falcon's Nest. I'll be waiting.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you on that one. Ouch. Oops, all wastelands. Okay, that's pretty funny.
Lowering bridge. Welcome to Radio Rabble's secret office. I'm waiting for you on the lookout platform.
Oh, nice. This guy's got a very high-tech outfit. Okay, 809. What is happening? You should listen every now and then. We have a good time. Hey, retro guy. But, you know.
Call me G.
Criminal minds
Pleased
are made.
to finally meet you in person.
Oh, God, that would be really
From far
questionable.
Away, you seemed...
People don't want to see Criminal Minds characters getting killed.
Let's get straight to business. I saved you, and you'll help me save the others. You'll be my brawn, and I'll be our brain. I'll be marking all active tasks and events on this map. By the way, you've arrived to the safest place on the island. Even the General's dogs couldn't find me here.
But yeah, I genuinely never thought of
gather other survivors and find a way
JJ and Emily as a romantic pairing.
Maybe that was a bit too much. Now you're
adorable.
Boss, a brigade of ultimate survivors.
Okay, that's pretty cute.
It's a working title. Come to the map. I've prepared your first mission.
All right, let's see what the actual game is like. Rescue the engineer man mission confirm. Okay, let's do it. And the thing is, I mean, I've been very open about, you know, my feelings about Garcia and Derek Morgan and how Derek Morgan is not a good person, right? I mean, that's honestly a weirdly big part of the podcast, is being mean about Derek Morgan. And the thing about it is, when I'm watching the show, I'm like, Luke is so great. He is Derek Morgan without all the toxicity, and we can't get enough of him. And I really did find it weird when we briefly had Matt Simmons there. There's nothing wrong with Matt Simmons, right? Daniel Henney does a perfectly fine job, but he's literally the exact same character as Luke, right? They're not different at all, and you don't need two of them. That's the good question. Tragically, I think it's going to be official canon now, because the sequel, it looks like Until Dawn 2 is going to be a direct sequel to Until Dawn, meaning that game has to be official canon. I know, crazy, right? Oh, thank you. It's always nice to see people not liking Derek Morgan. Oh. What are you talking about? Coffee? Retro guy, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Coffee. Oh, there's doors. Nice. I can get the different doors going. Oh, this is weird. You can't close the back door easily. It's on a timer in a way that the front doors are not. Interesting. All right, let's go explore this place.
This place looks very suspicious. This mess doesn't look like her doing.
That looks like a zombie spawner. Okay, do I need a pickaxe to destroy this? Yes, Until Dawn came out in 2015 originally. Okay. Yep. Like a real mean bully. Bad dude. Not a fan of Derek Morgan. But, you know, he's the charming bully who you're supposed to accept because he's so likable and handsome. And I'm like, nope. That stuff doesn't work on me. You know? He might have succeeded in tormenting Reed for years. But as I always said about the those episodes, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, they're all friendly. You know, when they're forced to work together and they have to put up with his crap. But I would say, the minute he doesn't work together anymore, it's not like they're hanging out.
Right at the doorstep?
Oh, that's weird.
Something's not quite right. Even my photo would have looked less out of place.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the crazy part about Until Dawn is, if you play Until Dawn, it still looks fantastic. Like, the game looks amazing. Okay. Is it bad that I couldn't find the phone? It's in the next room? It's in the next room. It wasn't hard to find at all.
Finally something that fits her style. Come on, pick up the phone.
Hey, who are you?
Hi, Louisa. I hope you're happy to hear me. Don't worry, these are my pals. I've sent them to rescue you. Tell me you're happy?
First of all, just Lou. Second,
Aw.
you're the last person I wanted to hear right now.
What a shame.
Poor Louisa.
Mission canceled. Come back to base, crew.
No, stop. I really need your help here. But that doesn't mean I forgive you.
I didn't think you would.
You need to get inside my lab. The door's accidentally closed, but there's an override you can use.
Your spy things again?
Oh, I'm glad the island's main conspiracy theories thinks that's weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
there's a cactus on the rock near the road. There's a button on it that opens the lab's main doors.
Could have just left the key under the rug. Seems like it's broken. Can you fix it?
Like, the blue tint is such an interesting visual, right? And the new one is just, oh no, we wanted to make it look realistic. Okay, but why? What are you saying with the quote-unquote realism? Because if you're not saying anything, why are you doing it? Okay, am I supposed to throw something up there and hit that? Because I guarantee I can't. Honestly, I think you could have fit the events of Until Dawn into a movie, no problem. I don't think you needed to make a miniseries. I think you can turn that into a movie without any difficulty. You gotta cut some stuff, but it's a movie. Of course you're gonna cut some stuff. They are saying that, aren't they? Yes, I did. That's gonna be all... Hey, Doug, that's gonna be all in the new video. That's going up today. Later today. Like, it's not done yet. I'm putting up a video later today which goes over all the branches. It is cool that they showed us basically the entire prologue. Right up to Sims getting blasted into space. So they showed us everything that happens in the prologue right up to the deadly premonition, which was nice. I know, right? Hey, Kier, what's up? Yeah, no, it was so... I'm like... It's so funny because that's so pivotal to why the podcast exists. And he's like, yeah, we know we screwed up. No one was happy about it. I pitched... He's like, I just pitched something to guarantee that people continued watching the show. I'm not proud of myself. I'm like, damn! He's always very honest when we talk, but that surprised even me. Yeah, alright. So that's the bridge. Oh, nice! Where are you going? Yeah, her being a yearner is 100% her vibe. As I said on the show, I'm glad she stopped drinking so much. I really do hope she can figure out who she is now and what she wants, because she is not good at that. Oh, people so desperately want her and Hotch to be together. I get it. Just, you know, always seemed weird to me. Okay. That's an interesting question. I mean, they're putting her in... what is that stuff on the ground? Why can't I pick it up? They're putting her in the new... like a statue of her as a collectible in 80/20, so maybe. Oh, nice! Well, I hope you enjoy California. I'd say I've never been, but I was actually there once as a child. So I do not remember California. But I have not been since my childhood. Hopefully soon I will get an invite to visit the set of Criminal Minds, and it will give me an excuse to go back to California. Keep your fingers crossed for me, people. Oh, 100%. No, I really think they're going to be showing off. I mean, here's the thing. We're going to see the demo footage very soon. Okay, that's not how you do that. I see what you're saying. I think that could make sense. There. Oh, wait. Was I just supposed to go from up here?
Seems like it's broken.
All right, I'm a
Can you
dum-dum.
fix it?
Apparently, I should have just checked the backyard at some point.
Done. Find a way up, and don't get pricked trying to push that button.
Yeah, I was already invited once, but they, you know... there was this thing called COVID that shut down all set visitations. So, yeah, that was a little sad that I didn't get to go to, I didn't go to see Season 16 being filmed. There we go. It could be Enchanted. What do you mean? Oh, yes, tour. I get it. Yeah. We do love that world. I'm very excited. I think we're going to get... Obviously, they're going to have a playable demo, right, at your summer game fests. As to whether and when we're going to get to play a demo, I'm not keeping my... I'm not holding my breath. Obviously, I hope I get sent a press demo, but, you know, that's up to them.
Let there be light.
You're moving giant rocks to get to your workshop. That's nuts!
Coming from someone who hides on the highest rock on the island.
Does that matter? Good thing I'm not in jail.
This dude's got a weird accent. That's not judgment, it's just an observation. Well, yeah, maybe Season 19. I'd love... And by the way, has anything been better than them announcing Season 19 before Season 18 already started? Like, that's fantastic. I know. No, it's turning 4 this year, Doug. Unless you think The Devil in Me is the best Dark Pictures game. Which, don't get me wrong, I love The Devil in Me. It's not the best Dark Pictures game. Actually, you know, now that I realize it, they're already filming Season 19, so if I get a set visit, it'll be in Season 20. So there you go. It suddenly occurred to me that they were already shooting the next season. How do I pick that up? They're not letting me pick that up. That's weird. Oh, you're insane. House of Ashes is obviously the best Dark Pictures game. Like, there's no competition. Don't get me wrong. I love Devil in Me. I'm a big fan. It's not House of Ashes. Don't be crazy. Whoa, that's a lot of zombies. Yep. Again, I think they would be insane not to keep this show going. But I think it really just comes down to, like, what is going on at Paramount, and that stuff we just don't know anything about. Like, we tragically can't know what's going on behind the scenes. Because Paramount is trying to sell the company to Skydance, which I feel like is the Ellisons company? I think that's the Ellisons, right? Ow. I don't like these zombies. And, you know, maybe they'll decide they don't want to do any streaming shows because of who the hell knows why, you know, so... Obviously, I hope we get good news, and it starts about Season 20 sooner rather than later, but it comes a lot down to what happens with Paramount.
Now you need to move up the
There
stairs.
we go.
The steps are hidden, of course, but you can activate them via the pressure pads on the floor.
Why do you always pick the hardest solutions to the simplest problems?
I
Because,
100% believe
I
that
don't
to be
run
true.
away from every single complication in my
Enchanted.
way.
But I didn't run away.
It's all that makes
forget
sense. Like, there's plenty of my theories where I'm like, okay, maybe the cat isn't immortal alien agent, holy agent there to watch the curator. I think the cat is, but, you know, okay, maybe not. 100% the curator is Hector's dad. 25 seasons would be nice. I don't think it's like run as long as people are willing to keep watching it, you know? Okay, making us run the degree to which this is clearly okay, how do I just drop something? Gotta be a way, right? And we're gonna call that a moral victory. I don't think it's just a spiritual successor. I think Directive 8020 is just is like a sequel. They're using bat technology to go to space. They are going to the bat monster's homeworld. Like, it's just a sequel. You can play as Jason and Salim in it, although tragically they won't be together. Seriously? Oh my god. You know, the crazy part is, that's like the 5th time I've heard that in my life. I've never heard it, but I've heard that like 5 times in my life. People have been like, hey, he sounds like Tom Hanks. Really? Okay. Sure. Boom. Yeah, a Cetus trilogy. That would be nice. Are the zombies in Winterfold gonna be vampire monsters? I guess we'll see. They could be. Ah, oh, Alves is the best. Except for that, you know, one thing he did. But, you know, that's another conversation. Like I said, I've never heard it. I have never thought for a second I sounded like Tom Hanks. Like 5 times in my life somebody has said it, but I've never understood it myself. Thank you. Okay. I have never attempted to do a Tom Hanks impression about whether or not people are allowed to cry in baseball, and I don't intend to start now. I could see that. I mean, come on. Dark Pictures doing a zombie game? I think we're all very excited about that prospect. That said, the one I'm most excited about is Craven Man. They have been teasing scarecrows for the entire run of this game series.
You're getting close. I'm almost free.
Free?
Boom.
Are you locked up or something?
Well, when things started, my assistant got bitten.
Yeah? And he turned into a zombie, I presume?
That's the thing. He, did turn into a model. Even his bald spots suddenly disappeared.
Oh, weird.
He said everything was all right, and he tried to force his way into my room.
And of course you didn't let him in.
Correct. And then he turned the defense systems against me, stole my motorcycle, and rode off.
This doesn't make sense.
Oh?
He was supposed to turn into a scary zombie. But this situation, it's like
they're
that Dude
breakable.
Spider documentary movie.
Absolutely. Oh, no. This is something I talked about extensively on the show. I still have not forgiven Luke for, you know, getting all indignant about that guy wanting to shoot a drug kingpin and then getting, like, a whole bunch of guys killed because Luke refused to let a man execute a cartel assassin. and then not taking responsibility for his actions. Like, no, Luke, this one's on you. I still blame you for this. Like, it is a complicated moral situation, but yes, 100% it's Luke's fault. That said, that was the episode. Oh, damn. Okay, I can do this. All right, here we go. That said, that was the episode that gave us the ridiculous gun safe that Luke has in his office.
Ironic. A creator caught by his own invention.
Oh, now you're tugging at my nerves.
Where we found out that, like, every character on Criminal Minds, like, defeat the combat manipulator. Okay. That every member on the team has, like,
I'm actually unharmed.
a secret safe in their office.
Aggressive behavior detected.
Uh-oh.
Engaging active defenses in 3, 2, 1.
This is a problem.
Holy crap! Luke, that's a bit much! Stop this thing!
I can't do anything from up here. You need to shut it down. Activating combat music.
What?
Don't get caught up.
That every character on the team has a secret safe, and they use a magnetic card to open.
Play rock, paper, scissors with it.
Are you for real? What's next? Poker?
Or maybe mahjong.
Yeah! Down it goes! Strike the batteries!
Hey, how are you
This
actually
is very
seeing this?
weird.
We're in a closed space.
Ever heard of imagination? Hey, you should try it. Yeah, just like that. Another opportunity to shut it off. Finish this heap of garbage.
Hey, that's actually my invention. This actually looks epic.
It'll be interesting if we can save everybody. Alright, so, paper. There we go. I'm not going to win this fight, but it is
Be
good that I can
careful.
try.
If it strikes your legs, you'll get very hurt.
Oh, you haven't spent any time with Stafford yet. Don't judge him until we know more about the man. We do all want to save everybody. I won't deny that. Alright. Boom. Rock, paper, scissors! But yeah, one of my favorite things towards the end of Criminal Minds was that they kept people, like, taking out
Well, actually,
magnetic cards and being like, I have secret guns on my wall. I'm like, what? Who are these people? This is fantastic. Aw, thanks. Whoa. Careful. Wait, how did I get more health? Whoa. Okay. And Dunzo.
victory
I really
at
did not
last.
think I was going to win that fight.
Never doubted it. Now, let's get on with saving our handy friend.
Ow, my leg.
Take her to the bus.
Oh my god, you're right.
Defense perimeter breached.
I hadn't thought
Activating
about that,
self-destruct
Jay, but that's
protocol.
completely true. Okay, how do we get out of the workshop? Yeah. Well, that was my favorite little moment in the last episode, where we were like, how did you get on the flight? Well, I just got on the plane. Like, as if Emily is going to force her off the plane. She would never do that to her best friend. Come on. I don't know if it's going to be 7 hours long. I think we're going to get a standard length. Uh-oh. That is so many zombies.
Oh, no, you're tugging at my nerves. Get me out of here. Ow!
Alright. Whoa! Why is she inside the engine? That was weird.
Whoa! What an explosion!
Here I was expecting it to be boring. Guess I really did go off with a bang.
Adorable. I do like that the place is called Fang Island. Honestly, it's a cute demo. I don't see myself playing it. If they tweak it a little to make it more accessible to single players, I could totally see myself playing more of that. Without any trouble whatsoever. Right? I mean, how many people are going to do that their first time through the game? Am I being naive to think that people aren't going to do that their first time through the game, or do you think people are? Because it's like, it's an interactive movie. You just play it through. You go back and you do different things after you've already played, after you've already seen what the story is. I know, right? Emily's such a sucker for JJ. And always has been. Ah, yeah, I hadn't thought about the Enchanted, but I could see that happening. All right. Look at those squirrels. All right, we're playing a game about squirrels. Because, and I can't stress this enough, it's a game about squirrels. A brutal for jardage. I'm a brutal for jardage. A brutal for jardage. Ah, Zardoz. You're not a good movie, but I do love you. Old-timey, terrible 70s sci-fi. Yes. I am still convinced Void actually lost his memory because he's so unhappy to be getting all of his memories back, and I don't think he's that good an actor. You know what I mean, though. Obviously, the actor is that good an actor. That'd be interesting. Like, where on Earth... Okay. I love the game's like, oh, we want you to use the controller. The controller does not work on this menu. Thanks? Adventure mode, creative mode, join friend. Oh my god, look at this squirrel. Look at him. Yeah. I would like to hear more about Emily's sister. That would be nice. We don't get much of people's siblings. I know it's not something they ever wanted to explore, but I really think Reed's dad should have had a second family with way healthier children. Because, like, everything about Reed is about tormenting him. I'm like, that would have really tormented him if his dad had a second family with, like, just way happier, healthier children. Like, oh. It would have been such a nice direction. But, of course, we don't get Reed stuff anymore for obvious reasons. I just wish the man would come back and direct episodes again. I know, you know, he doesn't want to be on the show. But, you know, oh, hold to walk or click to walk? It's click to walk. Oh, yeah. I don't know what you would do more with Garcia. Like, we have so thoroughly gone through. There were so many Garcia episodes getting to all of her stuff that I really feel like as a character, she has matured and is just in a stable place. We love her. Yeah, but Will Doyle specifically said they're not doing that, Enchanted. That's how the cutting room floor worked in the first one. Although, we gotta stop calling it the cutting room floor. It's the editing room. They called it the wrong thing. I do want you to take me to the island, yes. Because what you're doing in there is literally deciding what cut of the movie you want to make. It's an editing room. Ah, I know. Tara's such a fantastic character. Although, I will stand by my statement, she should be a pro-social psychopath. That's why she's fascinated with it. That's why she has such weird reactions to things. It's not just bad writing. She's a pro-social psychopath. All right, let's go find and help these people. Terry is a giant. Well, he's a turtle, so, you know, there you go. Yeah. I miss Spencer Reed. I miss Matt Goobler's directing episodes more than I miss Spencer Reed. Which is weird, because I'm a super fan of Spencer Reed. Press B to drop down while climbing. Okay, I'll try that. Oh, cute. Squirrel's going nuts. Acorn branch? What? Navigate the inventory menu. You can check all of your items and equipment in the equipment slots here. Got some resin. Got some acorns. This is going great. I hear you, Enchanted, right? But, you know, they're trying to make these games accessible. They're trying to grow their audience, right? They want more people playing these games. And the thing is, whether or not we agree with the way they're doing it, if it gets more people playing the games, I'm happy about it. Pebble axe required. Oh my god, I can build a pebble axe? That's amazing. Yes, please. Ooh, who's that over there? I will come down and see you in a second. His episodes are so good. So much fun to watch. Whether it's a good episode or not. Like, I swear to God, there's only one bad Matt Goobler episode where, like, you watch it and your response is, anybody could have directed this. And that is Gatekeeper. Aww. This is really cute. Damn right we can. Oh, thanks. I see your point, Enchanted, but fundamentally, what we are here for is the storytelling, and I don't see this as affecting the storytelling at all. Right? We're here for the characters and the storytelling and the hard choices. And the fact that people who aren't us can rewind and do the hard choices again does not, I think, affect the way they design these games. Any more than the Death Rewind affected how they designed The Quarry. Because they've already done this with the Death Rewind. And discover the means to capture respawn points, so you can meditate on items there. Yeah, I love that Aisha Tyler's directing episodes. She does such a great job. Despite being responsible for, like, the worst camera setup or location choice ever, I also like when Joe Mantegna does, directs episodes. But he was responsible for, like, the worst location choice and or camera placement that they've ever done on the show. Yeah. It's like, we never use Death Rewind, so it's easy to forget it's even in there. See, that's the big thing. Everybody but me and Sheila loved Piranha, right? Everybody loved it but us. It's so crazy. But we're like, no, it's just, you're just doing Normal again. And Normal is like our favorite episode of the early run. So we were less impressed. I mean, it looks great. And the actual Piranha device was very entertaining. But, like, we were not fans. Well, I mean, if you listen to the episode, you know. Oh, no! I could help you. I would love an axe. Oh, nice. All right. How do I make an axe? Oh, crafting. Yep. That's why I was so excited when last week's episode, right? Oh. Meditate on items. To discover recipes. How do I meditate on items? So I've got twigs and I've got sticks. Ooh, what's that? Oh, another, Gah. Oh, I confused the game. Hey, Corolla, welcome back. Alright. But like we were saying on episode 4, the genius it takes to go back to arguably one of the worst episodes of Criminal Minds ever. And it was Criminal Minds Suspect Behavior, which is really good show overall. And I'm, sad it didn't go, but you can't air 2 episodes of Criminal Minds back to back. What is wrong with you people? Put it on another night. This isn't Buffy and Angel. Those were very different shows. This is the exact same show twice in a row. What were you thinking? What live stream? Oh, the Xbox live stream? No, I did not plan on watching the Xbox live stream. Aww. Aww. Ooh. Alright, fine. Here are 3 acorns, Mike. Oh, wow. Yeah, Tony Todd is the best. I really miss him. Okay. Oh, nice. I accidentally skipped the message. Oh well, que sera, sera. Yeah. The whole checkpoint from Buffy is what I was listed as. Where we're just interviewing the characters and then doing flashbacks and stuff. Really love that format. Thought it went really well. Or the god-awful first episode about the chameleon. Never liked the chameleon storyline. Didn't think he was a particularly interesting villain. Didn't believe he would be that hard to catch. They did much better with Voight. Okay. But that's one of the things I love most about the new Criminal Minds. Their willingness to go back to the well and try stuff again. Like, oh, damn, I need berries as well? Alright. Yeah, Chameleon was a mess. I don't know what they were thinking. It is an incredibly 2000 movie. I do love the first Final Destination. I'm not going to pretend I don't. Saw that bad boy in theaters when it first came out. Boom. I don't understand. They're like, meditate on a... I do like that they give you a clue to where the golden acorns are if you go to the cairn. Oh, okay, I see. Exactly, like there's just... Oh, nice. Yeah, he's not Mr. Scratch. He's just not that impressive. Yes. Well, it's weird because the second one did such a great job, specifically because logs with trucks with logs on them is something that everyone had always been afraid of and been nervous about, but like no fiction had ever given people essentially the permission to talk about how freaked out they were about it. So then that movie came along and it was just like, we're all scared of this, right? And everyone on Earth was like, yes, we are all terrified of this. We are all super scared whenever one of those trucks goes by. It was so delightful that, like, the whole world got together to agree on that. Well, Final Destination 2, I think, probably is the best movie of all of them. And it's the one that stars AJ Cook, so there you go. Surprising no one. Boom. Yes, please. I got an axe. I just need to chop down some stuff, which I will do. Just give me a minute. Hey, buddy. Hey, Mike. Oh, right. I was supposed to fill up the cache. Right. I actually do have the parts to fill up the cache now, so we're going to do that. I have not seen that. I assume that's a popular online video. I could not have sounded more square than by using the term popular online video. Storage increased. Nice. Right? I see that log truck. I passed that log truck. Oh, God. The swimming pool drowning is so freaky. Okay. Alright. Was there not a... Where am I going to get this stick? I was supposed to be chopping down sticks off a tree, but now I don't see any. But yeah. We all got really freaked out by that. Oh. Do I have the upper limit of these? Oh, no. I got enough. What is my upper limit on these things? Wait, I can change my fur color? Aww. I'm staying red squirrel, but that's cute. It's nice to know I could also be like a black squirrel and whatnot. Ooh, resin chunk. But I need a pebble pickaxe. Do I have the ability to make a pebble pickaxe? I don't. I need more pebbles and more resin. I know. It's nice to know that the special features on the... I was very happy to see that the special features on the DVD from Part 3 were not, in fact, canon. Because they tried, like, Glenn Morgan and James Wong tried to kill those characters off in the special features of the DVD, and everyone's like, no, I don't think so. I don't think that makes sense. Oh, no, it's a shortcut. Nice. Oh, that was great. Yep, AJ Cook, one of only 2 surviving characters from the franchise. What happened? Oh. Oh. I need a pickaxe. All right. I will keep that in mind. Oh, I have to eat food to get energy back. See, I didn't know that. Pebble pickaxe. So I need pebbles. But I also need resin. I do look like a strong squirrel, don't I? Oh, there's another acorn. Golden acorn, obviously, is what I meant to say there. Let's get some resin. This game is on PC right now. I don't know if it's going to be available on anything else, but I will check into that after we're done. This game is so cute. And it's very low stakes, which I like. Will I have to fight monsters later on? I don't know. They gave me an axe, so maybe? We'll find out. Climb quickly or slowly. Oh, do I finally have enough resin to make the pickaxe? I will soon if I don't already. I'm very much pro squirrel in real life. Okay, I find it kind of cool the way my energy bar just completely goes nuts whenever I actually do something hard enough to require energy. Watch the energy bar. Just absolutely going nuts. Alright, I got enough sticks. Let's go help this dude. Pidgeys! Sorry, seagulls! Alright, let's make that pickaxe. Lunch break! Nice. I'm very much in favor of you having a lunch break. I think, like everyone else, I would be unbelievably paranoid all the time were I in the world of Final Destination. Oh, you can just hold down the button. That's nice. Boom. Oh, I got rocks instead of pebbles this time. Nice. Yep. It is weird that, like, JJ's like, most of the doctors I know are atheists. I'm like, really? Seems like a very small sample of doctors you're running into, JJ. But yeah, it did seem a little weird, and it's not something you normally get out of the show. It, guys? Oh, Dr. Ochoa, are you evil? I guess we're gonna see. Finally, my life is great again. Oh my god, this is so cute. Alright, do I have all of the golden acorns, or am I still missing one? Laser eyes exist in real life? Well, now I'm just baffled by what you could possibly mean. Strawberries. Must enjoy delicious strawberries. Alright. I've learned from Mike. Now I need to get Sam his house. What did Maya need? How have I already forgotten this? Yeah. Oh, it! Oh, the original, obviously. Yeah. See, the problem with the new It is I think they structured it wrong. If you don't start with the adults, the story can because the story is supposed to be, you know, how shall I put this? I will try. The story of it is how do you deal at, like, what happens to you as an adult if you were horrifically abused as a child, and how do you cope with that? That's why they all have the gaps in their memory and their, you know, so they all have these incredibly miserable lives because they've never gotten over their childhood trauma. And so when Mike reminds them all of it, you know, they are, I think, understandably, you know, re-traumatized, which is why what happens to Stanley. And what bothered me about the movie is it's never about the adults. It doesn't start with the adults. It starts with the kids. And then in the second movie, they keep going back to the kids over and over again, so it never really feels like the adult's story. Like, they did not structure it right. By comparison, the TV show structured it perfectly by making about all the different adults' reminiscences and flashing back to their childhoods, and then the second half of it is entirely about the adults, getting basically almost no new information about the kid story. Like, it's just structured so much better. There's no comparison. This is my point, J-Lil. If it had already been about the adults in the first half, and we've been continuing their story, it too would have worked. But it's never their story. Golden acorn! Nice. I should probably eat some strawberry, right? Oh my god. Apparently strawberries are not that filling? There we go. I know, right? Who just drops that on her? Oh my god. Tim Curry Pennywise. There's no question. Everything about the Bill Skarsgård Pennywise was a terrible idea, because the entire point of Pennywise is he's supposed to be able to lure children in by being a friendly clown, and then he turns into a monster. But there's no moment on screen where you're not, Bill Skarsgård is a monster, Skarsgård is a monster, let's get the hell away from him. No one would ever want to be near that thing for a second. Which, by the way, Chocolate on chips? No, I do not put chocolate on potato chips or fries, whatever you meant. That said, there would have been one way to rescue the 1980s It. Oh my god, is that a duck with its family? Oh my god, it's a duck with its family! There's a duck with its family! Oh! Oh my god! Look at that! That's so cute! It was. Yeah, she really seemed to want to dig in more than she needed to for the job. That's why I got suspicious of her watching that episode. But anyway, the one way to fix it for the 1988 sequences, it's quite simple. All right? There's no way around it. This was what they should have done. Should have been Ronald McDonald. There you go. If, instead of Pennywise the Dancing Clown, he had been Ronald McDonald, that would have worked perfectly. It would have been better for luring in kids, and it would have been scarier when he turned into a monster. He had to be Ronald McDonald. Careful. Now you might be saying, could they have done that? I'm like, probably not. But, you know, it's the only thing that would have worked, and it was doomed to have it not work. Who is my favorite horror villain and why? Jason. I'm a Jason person. I've always been a Jason person. It is not an exaggeration to say that I've watched the Friday the 13th films more than anyone else on Earth. No living human has seen the Friday the 13th films more than I have. That may sound like an exaggeration. I can assure you it's not. My job is writing. And when I write, there is always a Friday the 13th movie on in the background. I've seen every Friday the 13th movie literally 1,000 times. I am and will always be a Jason person first. Jason is the best. I could see pepperoni on chips. Potato and pepperoni. That's a combination that makes perfect sense to me. Ronald McDonald is creepy. Fun in your backyard, man. Creepiest ad ever. Have you all seen the fun in your backyard thing? I could see that causing heartburn. I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, that would be a downside, wouldn't it? Like, there is a moment, like, there is a McDonald's ad from, I think, the 90s, which is, like, legitimately terrifying because Ronald McDonald just, like, appears out of nowhere. It's so freaky. He, like, pops up from behind a fence. You're like, hey, kids! And you're like, Jesus, no, do not do that. Yes! Yeah, decent selection. I'm never going to be an Art the Clown person. Too long to go into. Not a fan of Art the Clown or Terrifier generally. I will put the Collector on my list of favorite horror villains. And you might say, isn't that just because the Collector battles Josh Stewart in his movies and Josh Stewart is your favorite actor of all time? And the answer is no. That's most of the reason, but that's not the entirety of the reason. The Collector is fantastic, and he's the inspiration for Grantham Dumet, the best villain we've had in a Dark Pictures game. So there you go. Because Mac Tonight is a nightmare monster. A lot of people do hate clowns, and I'm not surprised. Mac Tonight is a horrifying nightmare monster, and that's why you should always watch the Seth Meyers segment Corrections on YouTube, because a huge amount of it is about how Mac Tonight is a horrible nightmare monster. Oh, totally. I can see Art being terrifying, but I've got some other issues with that franchise that are not fun to go into here. Let's just say you can always listen to my podcast about horror movies if you'd like to hear my thoughts on Terrifier and why I'll never watch another Terrifier movie. Remick was a lot of fun. Carrie, yes. Hey, genuinely delightful movie that everyone has forgotten. Carrie 2: The Rage. Oh my god, it's so good. I was so surprised. It was from like 1997, 8, 9, somewhere around there. We watched it on the show last year. I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. So surprisingly good. Yeah, it's much better than you think it's going to be. It's a sequel to Carrie. And it confirms that, yes, out of nowhere, just in a complete drive-by, they're like, oh yeah, Carrie is set in the Cthulhu mythos. Like, really? Yep, Carrie is set in the Cthulhu mythos. Is the big bomb dropped by that movie? Not every chapter. Early in the game, the player, but it turns out they're really playing a character, is asked what they find scary, and then what that character finds scary gets factored into the game. You are thinking of the correct game, but it's not every chapter. It's just the early game where that happens. You are definitely thinking of the correct game, though. All right, so where is Maya? Squirrel Sanctuary. Return to Maya. Squirrel Sanctuary in the park. Oh, okay. Alright, return to Maya. Where was Maya? Do we all remember which one was Maya? I don't want to sound racist, but all squirrels look the same to me. You know what? That did sound racist. There's no good side to that. Hey, I finished off the Squirrel Sanctuary! I put all the acorns back. Nice! So he's not there. She's not there. There's the turtley. So he's got to be after the turtley. Yeah. Mike Flanagan. Oh, I love Mike Flanagan so much. I know that people will say that Dr. Sleep was just fan service, but I thought it was delightful. Oh, seriously? That's nice. No, actually, it's largely not The Descent, J-Lil. House of Ashes was largely inspired by the movie The Cave. The Bat Monsters are one-to-one recreations of the Bat Monsters from the movie The Cave. And there's a scene in The Cave that was copied for the movie, for the game Man of Medan, where a scuba diver strips off their breather to slink through a small hole. Gerald's Game is a masterpiece. I loved that movie. Oh, so freaky. She's so good in that movie. I wouldn't say it's based on it. I would say that 100% it is safe to say that Sinners is a prestige version of From Dusk Till Dawn. It's different enough that I'm not going to say it's based on it, but I mean, they were definitely aware of From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, no. He's great in those. So weird to think that he was one of the 100 people who, like, auditioned to be Spencer Reed. And that 2 other contenders for Spencer Reed are in the pilot of Criminal Minds. I know. Ugh. Trying to skins her own hand, taking the cuffs off. God, it's a creepy movie. So good. Oh my god, featuring Henry Thomas from the first episode. Not Henry Thomas. Oh god. Thomas. Anyway, Elliot from E.T. from the first episode of Criminal Minds. I don't know if I agree with you that it feels studio mandated. I think it's a crazy film in ways that I really enjoyed. Oh yeah, he was the right choice. I totally understand why he feels like he had to get away from it. Like this is the strangest situation where it's like, imagine like just starting your acting career and basically the second job you ever get being an iconic role that makes you super famous, and now for the rest of your life you can't go anywhere without everyone knowing you as Dr. Spencer Reed. That's insane. Oh, totally. I see your point, J-Lil. What gets me about the thing that I find so funny about Elle, right, is how they like she has her backstory, and then she leaves the show. Lola Glaudini leaves the show. I am looking for a nice spot for that. Maybe. Oh, thanks. That's true. I get it. Aww. I keep forgetting I have squirrel vision. Oh my god, at any point, I could have just pressed a button and found out where the characters were. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, but anyway, as I was saying, the thing about Lola Glaudini was they were like, she left. And they're like, oh, well, we still want to do that storyline about, you know, somebody having a cop who was killed in the line of duty as a dad and like that haunting them. So let's just assign Elle's backstory to Derek, which is exactly what happened. This game is bonkers cute. I love everything about it. Oh my god, yeah. The two of them were so great together in the first season. Like, I would say that was the most tragic loss of Laura Glaudini for the show is not having the incredible chemistry with her and Reed. They were fantastic together. Oh, yeah, it's Tony Todd. Candyman is a great movie. I will say that it doesn't get talked about a lot, but Candyman 2 is also a genuinely great movie that I would seriously recommend to people. Candyman 3 is a complete mess, and the remake is fun. I mean, he at least deserves an Oscar nomination. His two-part performance there was amazing. That said, it's not like they gave Jeremy Irons an Oscar for Dead Ringers. But, like, this is the best twin performance I've seen since Dead Ringers. That's how good he is in Sinners. So this is the Sexy Brutale. I played this originally 8 years ago, and I haven't touched it since. I am very excited to see if it's as good as I remember. Oh my god, you're going to love it, Coffee. It's a murder mystery with time rewinding. And if you can play it on your Chromebook, I have an extra copy I can give away. Every youth, there's an extravagant masked ball. The guests aren't getting what they want at all. Wink. He did really well in Split. But again, they don't give horror movies Oscars. Except for, obviously, Silence of the Lambs. Oh, here we go. Damn. You know, mini computer, Chromebooks. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, Nosferatu's solid. And I love me some Candyman. Because Tony Todd's the best. And honestly, that's just a great movie. That would be such a nice surprise. I'm excited for Matt Gubler's new show, though. Spying through keyholes. Oh. I have never been happier than when he got cast as Venom. Because when I was watching the first Venom movie, and the Venom voice was just Tom Hardy doing a voice, I'm like, no, he's an alien. He should have a different voice. And my response at the time was, why didn't they just get Tony Todd to be the voice of Venom? And so then when Tony Todd was cast as the voice of Venom, I was very happy. Oh. They're in that room. So you can always check if somebody's in the next room. It's nice. I can see that. With the miniature look? I see what you're saying. Oh. He's putting something away inside that safe. Sorry, he's searching the safe. Oh. So glad I got to see him at a convention. Tony Todd's the best. Oh, it's a great looking game. And it's playable in everything. Like, you can get this... Oh, no! Oh, that's tough. Obviously, The Thing. Best horror movie remake, no question. I mean, it's kind of a new adaptation of the same story, which is more faithful in its own way and less in others, because it's not about the army. Ah! Least favorite horror remake's a problem. Ugh. Maybe Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I was not a fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Oh. Whatever is to be done? Yeah, I was not a fan. Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. It's a solid movie. I did not like it being about characters so stupid that they actively summoned demons just to see what a book did, but that's another conversation. You see, what we've done is we've rewound time, and now I'm following the character who actually did the shooting. The piano, sorry, the pipe organ is playing on its own. No! Yeah, the Candyman remake is good. Okay. Good question. And it's not a remake. It's a legacy sequel because it acknowledges the existence of the plot of Candyman. Oh. The staff are murderers here, the guests are victims. But they're all controlled by the masks they wear. Oh, thank you for reminding me. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake was terrible. I never saw the Carrie remake. Ooh. Ah. Good to know. Oh, damn. Creepy coffee. At 5 p.m. If you can find somewhere someone to repair it, you'll gain more control over time. Alright. These are the guests I'm trying to save. Oh, that movie was such a mess. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Trying to waste my time. Alright. 7 p.m. in the theater. Of course, I can never make it to 7 p.m. for obvious reasons. And so it's literally a game about exploring this mansion and figuring out what everyone does at what time, and then manipulating events. Is it as good as Shadow of Destiny? Maybe not. But maybe I'm just obsessed with Shadow of Destiny. Oh, time scrubber. And you can watch people move around the world. So check it out. You go to the map, you use the time scrubber. Unfortunately, I can only get to 5 p.m. now. And I don't have the room that anyone goes through. So we're going to have to work on that. Ooh. Card sharping. Nice. No! Uh-oh. Yeah, as you can see, you're not supposed to be seen by people. So as you can see, he just walked in here. So we peek through. That's a good question. Who does lock garbage in a safe? Ah, damn it. Huh. Crazy theory. Yeah, well, they never knew how to end the story. So you have to find some way to deal with that gun. Preserved intact. Nice. Alright, someone is coming to get me. Fortunately, you can't go in there yet. So as you look through this... See? There's always plan B if it doesn't. So even if you get the gun, even if you manage to sabotage the gun and take it away from him, he'll still have a plan to kill the guy. Crazy plan. Sorry, crazy theory for criminal minds. Ooh, that's a good question. Do I have any surprising theories from criminal minds? Again, the weird part is... Oh no! Bullet on the ground. See? Blank cartridge. So what do you have to do? On the plus side, the gun still works. Nice. Oh no. Plan B was just going to be beating you to death with a candlestick. So, as you can see, that's a problem. Aww. All right, now it resets. She doesn't really act like it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But yes, for me... Oh, there we go. The biggest thing I want confirmed that they still have the option to do is that Tara has been a psychopath this entire time. And that's why she's fascinated with serial killers. And that's why she spent her life working on it. Ooh. The sword on the wall is tall as a man. It looks razor sharp. Well, that's a problem. Well, shocker, it's about preventing a series of murders in a mysterious casino/mansion by using time manipulation. Uh-oh. Well, we have gotten a lot of Steamboat Mickey movies, and we are getting that game coming out soon, Coffee. He did only just become public domain, so it can be hard to, like, rush that stuff out. There was a Steamboat Mickey murder movie made right here in Ottawa, the town I live in. Alright, so I've got the blank cartridge. So now I sprint all the way to the Hunter's Lodge room. Uh-oh. He hadn't left yet. You have to wait for him to leave. And then I... Boom. Put in the blank cartridge. Now watch this. So note how he said, at least it still works. Oh, yeah. Now he assumes the rifle doesn't... Uh-oh. Boom! I was gonna go over to RPG Playground and look around, yes. See? We have freed somebody from his time loop. Let's not forget JJ murdered the cold killer. Like, full stop murdered. When I was working on an outline for a time travel game, this definitely was into my, right? This was a touch point I was using, is how you design this sort of thing. Like, what changes can you make that affects people's behavior? Oh. Let me tidy it up. Boom. So now we're out of the tutorial. You see how the game works, and you see why everyone needs a copy of the Sexy Brutale. Reginald Sixpence. Saved. That's a good question. Because Luke is so closed off, I just want nothing bad to happen to his puppy. Oh my god. His puppy needs to be okay. Boom. I've absorbed the mask power. It's a really good game. they've recently started pushing it again and encouraging people to check it out. I don't know why. One of the sites that I get keys from is like, hey, do you want to show off the sexy Brutale? And I'm like, isn't it 10 years old? And it isn't quite 10 years old, but I was like, yeah, of course. It's a great game that more people need to play. Use any active clock in the mansion to jump to 4 p.m. or 8 p.m. Nice. The Marquis. Or Marquis, if you prefer to pronounce things incorrectly. Ah. Damn right. Thank you, Blood Lady. Ooh. See? It's so good. And of course, you can advance time. So as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people you need to save. How can you save all of them? Well, you have to play the game to find out. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But as you can see, there's collectibles to find, there's mysteries to solve. It is such a good game. Now, there's another game. I'm going to show this. I know, Emily had a rough time last year. But she also got to spend a lot of time with my beloved Paul F. Tompkins. And I love me some Paul F. Tompkins. Oh, I love Paul F. Tompkins. He's so funny on the show. But he's so funny all the time. They are a comedy duo, so I'm not surprised. They did great together. They've been on like a live comedy show they do. They've been doing it for like 20 years. So, of course, they're amazing together. So, this was made by Tequila Works and Cavalier Game Studios. Now, Tequila Works has so many amazing games. Like, they recently closed. It is quite a tragedy. But Deadlight, solid. They did a Groundhog Day VR spinoff, which I really should play at some point. I'll wait till it's on sale. But more importantly, they have my favorite game of theirs, The Invisible Hours. Now, you might say, isn't The Invisible Hours the exact same game as the Sexy Brutale? And the answer is, kind of. But the idea is a bunch of people, for different reasons, go out to Tesla's lab in the middle of nowhere. And you have to move. You're an invisible ghost. You're not altering things like you are in the Sexy Brutale. You are just moving back and forth through time to follow people's different stories so you can see what happened over the course of the evening. You see all the conversations, you see what happens, you unlock different locations, and you solve all the mysteries of the island. It is so good, I cannot stress it enough. And is it effectively the same game as the Sexy Brutale? Yes, it is. But that doesn't make it bad. It is truly an incredible experience that I cannot spoil for you. You have to play it for yourself. It's $40 right now. I might say, wait for it to be on sale. Although I do like that the bundle here is like 50% off. So it's, you get Rhyme and The Invisible Hours for the price of one of them. Rhyme, I don't have, but I played the demo of and found it very charming. It's very much an Ico-style adventure that looked like it was going to be a lot of fun, and I will pick it up at some point. Dumet is very similar to Jason Voorhees, or maybe closer to Michael Myers. It was. Oh my god. All the Paul F. Tompkins stuff was so good. That last season. Framing her for assault. Oh. Alright, so. You really should give Invisible Hours a try. It is VR focused. You can play it not in VR. But I think it's a better game in VR, right? That's me. Because you're essentially a ghost hovering around, right? You're a ghost hovering around, following the mystery and rewinding time at your leisure to follow different characters and see what they were up to the whole time. And there's a whole bunch of collectibles for finding out all the little secrets people are holding. Oh, it's such a good game. The Sexy Brutale is basically the same game because you're solving a mystery in the same way, but, right, you have more gamey things. There are things to collect. There are, you know, more discrete puzzles to solve. So insanely, they basically made the same game twice in a completely different way the same year. It's just, no, I love these guys. All right. So we do have to load up this thing that Coffee wants to send us to. It's called what? RPG Playground? RPG Playgrounds. This is where people put RPG Maker games? Oh, nice. Without coding. Apparently there have been 12,000 games. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, that's insane. Okay. Oh, there's a premium mode. Okay. And what's it called? Alex in the Haunted Mansion. Alright. Play. How do I search? How do I find a game? Ah, search. Alex and the Haunted Mansion. Boom. Time partners. Okay. Oh. So there's the first one and the sequel. It's taking its sweet time loading. Don't complain, J. Lil. These are RPG Maker games. These are people. This is how people learn how to develop adventure games. Everybody has to start somewhere, and this is the perfect way. Okay, well, this page is locking up on me, so we're going to have to figure out how to run this. Oh. Okay, Robert Mendez escaped from Hoenn at the realm of punishment and suffering. Oh my god. Way to go, retro guy. All right. So, yeah, everybody. Apparently there are all sorts of free free for you to check out projects at RPG Playground. I'm bookmarking this so I can come back to it, you know, when I'm ready to get it working. But for now, we're going to wrap up the stream and say thank you all for dropping by. Let's just quickly... What the hell is that sound? Oh, did it start finally? It did! Nice. All right. Let's go quickly to the Xbox Showcase and see if anything has happened. So it's called Xbox Showcase. Xbox Showcase 2025. All right. I did click on it and it has loaded. Outer Worlds 2? What? And Final Fantasy 16, obviously. Oh, it's coming to Xbox? Nice. All right, so we've got... Just quickly skim through this thing. We've got a new Arizona Sunshine? Definitely not. Oh, it's a new, High on Life. High on Life 2. Okay. Resonance. An adventure game that... Ow! Oh, that looks brutal. About a lady running through... Oh, it's the new Plague Tale game! Nice! Oh, this is the handheld Xbox? Oh, so they've just made their own Steam Deck. Okay. With Republic of Gamers. Well, considering how badly Republic of Gamers, my ROG laptop borked after a year and a half and is now a brick, I don't know that I trust ROG to sell me a handheld thing. So, yeah. Happy to do it. We will see you next week for the new podcast. And, of course, happy to answer your questions. We've got new Hollow Knight. Something fantasy with vampires. Legacy of Kain. Is this the new Legacy of Kain? Nope. Blood of the Dawnwalker. Oh my god, it's Super Meat Boy 3D! Finally! And you're going to be able to watch the multiple deaths, even though it's 3D? What is happening? Alright, well, Super Meat Boy 3D, next year. I can't wait. Cyber Ninja? Cyborg Ninja nonsense? Is it a new Ninja Gaiden game? Yes, it is. I saw his mask and I'm like, yep, that's Ryu Hayabusa. Machine Games. Just talking about Indiana Jones, a game that's already out. Oh, there's an expansion coming. Nice. I love expansions. Game Freak and... Oh. Some kind of Samurai Jive. Beast of Reincarnation. Okay. Some sort of cyberpunk, steampunk gibberish. Still have no idea what I'm looking at. And the title is Clockwork Revolution. Okay. Outer Worlds 2. Obviously, we're all excited about Outer Worlds 2. It's Outer Worlds 2. I know it wasn't Fable. It was Clockwork Revolution. Oh, they're making a sequel to Grounded. Nice. Oh, this is the new game from... oh, God. What do you call it? Oh, I'm so blanking on the developer who was working on this. Is it Rebellion's new game? Is it Rebellion who was making that? Anyway, we'll see. More Elder Scrolls Online. Oh, Donut's new game. The space thing. Oh, this looks so good. Yeah, Donut making a cool space adventure. Very excited about that. Oh, with the European Space Agency. Way to go. I mean, no. Oh, it's a mystery hotel. Aww. It's the Ghost Cat from the Dark Pictures games. Skull Cat from Dark Pictures. We love you, Skull Cat. mean, I'll play that. Awesome. Age of Mythology retooled. Something in Korea, shooting people. Don't know why. I'm sure they have a reason for all the shooting they're doing. Lots of stabbing, too. Aww. Planet of Lana 2? It's Planet of Lana 2, everybody. Planet of Lana was incredibly good. It's not as good as Far Lone Sails and Far Distant Shores, but it's like the next on that like chill, moody, artistic platformers. Something about, oh, it's fall fishing for Fallout 76. Cannot imagine caring. Co-op, I've immediately dismissed you. Wait, that's a cute puppy. It's hoverboarding with a cute puppy. And a Lapras. That was definitely a Lapras. God, I hope they don't get sued by Pokemon over this. Because it does look incredibly cute. As long as there's no monster collection, they should be fine. This might be too cute. I might not be okay with how cute this is. Yeah, transforming into the monsters does make it distinct from Pokemon enough that they probably won't get sued. That monster is named an Alpha Tubster. It's called Animo? 500 to 800 for a portable Xbox? Well, PC. New Tony Hawk game. That's fine. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Skateboarding. That makes perfect sense. Oh, Spiritfarer was good, so nice to know they've got a new game. Okay, what is this? Oh! They've remade Gears of War. That's fine. Doesn't look particularly... It doesn't look like a lot better than it did originally, which is weird. Ah, new Persona 4 remaster. Oh, new Rare game. Oh, it's just more Sea of Thieves. Skybound Games. This is their superhero. Oh, there's a new Invincible game. Huh. Is it a fighting game? It's a fighting game. Yeah, okay. 3 versus 3 fighting. With all the actual voice actors, so that's nice. And, of course, Final Fantasy 16. Ah! Sorry, are you playing as a lighthouse? In this game, you were playing as a lighthouse with a bird on it? What is happening? I mean, obviously, I will play a game where you play as a lighthouse with a bird who lives on his head. Like, I'm not insane. How could I not want to play as this game? But that's weird. Something with robots. Is this Mind's Eye? A game that no one really understands what it is? No, it's something new. It is... Oh, it's Black Ops 7. Oh, okay. I'll say this. I may not care about Call of Duty games, but at least they're doing weird stuff with Black Ops. They're generally doing weird stuff with Black Ops. There you go, J-Lil. You're not here for that game. All right. So, as I said, we're wrapping up the stream here. Thanks, everybody, for dropping by. I will check out that game, Coffee, and see how it looks. We will see you back here on Wednesday for more hot new games. But until then, which one is Silk Song? Is that Hollow Knight 2? Because I did see Hollow Knight 2 right at the start. Yeah, no, it was there. Right at the start of the video. It was Hollow Knight 2. So there was, where was it? High on Life, Resonance. Wait. Oh, no, it was just Hollow Knight. They were just advertising Game Pass. Sorry, my bad. They were just advertising Game Pass and having Hollow Knight. My bad. Okay. So, like I said, see you back here on Wednesday, but until then, I'll say that's right. Au revoir. Oh, and look out for the 80/20 video later.